Welcome to the Gen X Music Show, where I'm sharing some of the best alternative emo art rock music from the late 80s through the 90s that you probably have never heard of. My name is Wendy Morrison, and I'm from the band Mercury 5. And today I'm going to be showcasing Caterwaul and their song Sheep's a Wolf. Caterwaul was a band that migrated to Los Angeles in the late 80s. They were part of the Phoenix, Arizona music scene, which also turned out amazing drummer Winston Watson and incredible guitarist Stevie Salas, both of whom have played just with everybody. I mean, they are superstar monster truck musicians for sure. And Caterwaul is uniquely fronted by Betsy Martin, and she played the mandolin, which brought a really unique sound to the project itself. Their guitarist Mark Schaefer, he also added incredible tones and textures. Just really, really unique, great bass playing. They were originally on Lost Arts Records, and then they got picked up by IRS and put out 2 albums with IRS. And I was a huge, huge, huge fan. Their sound was likened to a cross between Susie and the Banshees meets Cocteau Twins. And at the time, my project was called This Fascination. That was my first band. And we were pretty prominent on the scene. In the late 80s, the scene was really shifting. The LA music scene was primarily monopolized by the big band, the big hair rock bands, you know, the nasty dudes. I don't know what you would call it. It was hard rock, but it was that, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and there was just a handful of bands really that were creating what became the alternative scene, and split off into emo-core, which is where I kind of fit in and really dig that vibe. But so it was like Jane's Addiction, Tool, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Faith No More, Caterwaul, my band This Fascination, the Nymphs. There was just a lot of really cool bands at that time that were definitely changing the way we were creating and hybriding the sound of LA. But most of that didn't really catalyze until the 90s took hold. But Caterwaul, I was a huge fan, and I was lucky enough, my band This Fascination opened for them at Club Lingerie, and so I got to meet Betsy and the band, but Betsy and I became friends for quite some time. And another anecdote that it was incredible. I'm looking for a clip to put on, and a video clip from Caterwaul. And I come across this live footage from actually the show that I opened for them at. And then I looked to see who the poster was so that I could thank them. And it's it's our super fan and my dear friend, Rad Radster. So Rad was a huge Caterwaul fan. And then he went to see their show at Club Lingerie, where I opened. And then we became friends, and he became a super fan of This Fascination, and then ultimately Mercury 5. But Betsy is an incredible animal lover and just a very sweet, special soul. A muse, if you will, for sure. Actually, IRS was a really cool label to be on, and I was lucky enough to do a compilation with them. My band, Mercury 5, did a cover of the Isley Brothers' Fight the Power, and then we were able to flip that into a little demo dealio with one of their sub labels, Arc 21. And yeah, I did some great recordings with them. And then it's also worth mentioning that my guitarist in this fascination was the great John Lim, who was the guitarist also in Haunted Garage. So this we were kind of all part of the underground scene at the end of the late '80s and moving into the '90s. So and then that catapulted the whole emo core sound into existence pretty much. So Betsy went on to form a band called Core with Kevin Kipnis, the guitarist from Community FK, and they eventually got married and continue to make music to this day. Great people. And as I mentioned earlier, Betsy's a great animal lover, and in that vein, I thought I'd share something special with you guys before I put the clip on. This is I have an animal sanctuary. I'm a shaman in the forest now by a river, left the music scene and embraced my organic, natural talents, my skill set. And so I have an animal sanctuary as well. So I heal people that come in from the city, and the animals, I heal the animals, and the animals heal the people that come in from the city. And it's a beautiful experience. But this is Parker Paisley. No, I'm sorry. I forgot what I named her. This is Paisley Parker Possum. Paisley Parker Possum. Now, her mother was killed, and so I got the call to come pick her up. She's about probably just barely 2 months old. She's not eating solid foods yet, and I'm struggling to make sure that she has her little milk, because she doesn't like the bottle, and she doesn't like the syringe. I don't blame her. She wants her mama. But anyway, so possums are very special creatures, and I know in the city you think they're dirty, icky animals, but they're actually really clean and very intelligent. And rescuing her at this age gives us a special bond. But anyway, without further ado, here is Sheep's a Wolf. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, if you would be so kind to share, if you know somebody that would like this music, like if you liked, and subscribe if you want to get more content like this. And I super appreciate you being here. And I'm really excited that you like rock music, that you like exploring the boundaries of sonic sound and musical landscapes. And I hope you'll be kind to animals because it's super important. They're not that much different than us, to be honest with you. But anyway, I appreciate you being here and thank you for loving rock music. I'll see you next time. Rock on.